You're watching Fox 10 Phoenix now.
New details here this morning about a double shooting last night in the East Valley. It was at Mitchell Park in Tempe near Harding University. Police tell us that someone walked up to a group of men who are homeless and then opened fire. 2 people were hit. Both were taken to the hospital. One is in critical condition with life-threatening injuries. The other is said to be in critical but stable condition. It is believed that the shooter knew the victims, so police right now are looking for that suspect. We'll keep you updated throughout the morning. Also developing at this hour, police investigating another shooting involving officers in Phoenix.
Yeah, this is the second shooting that the Phoenix Police Department has been involved with in less than 24 hours. Danielle Miller is joining us live with details about this. Good morning, Danielle.
Well, good morning. Officers have been on scene here all throughout the entire night. The scene just cleared right around 30 minutes ago, so the investigation has wrapped up at this time. But where we are now, this is where the initial call happened here. So we're told by the Phoenix Police Department that they tried to pull over 2 men in an SUV. It was right here in this neighborhood. So we're here at 29th Avenue in Northern when all of this happened. So the exact details still not clear at this time, but the department says the officers were conducting proactive policing when they tried to contact the men inside of that white SUV around 5:30 last night. They did not listen to the commands, and the driver tried to speed off. So the SUV was driving towards an officer, which is when 2 officers opened fire. Neither of the officers were hurt. The SUV, the men behind the wheel there, continued to speed off. A pursuit then took place, which ended in Glendale at 59th Avenue in Northern. The passenger had already bailed out of the SUV and ran off. The driver got into a crash with another car. The driver was arrested there at the crash scene, and the passenger was found in a nearby neighborhood.
As in these cases, this is a two-pronged investigation. We do have our internal investigators out here, and then obviously our criminal element, our homicide units out here to kind of conduct both elements of this investigation.
And both of the men inside that white SUV still not identified at this time. It also is not clear why exactly officers were trying to stop the men in the first place. But police are telling us that body camera is going to be available within 14 days because of their 14-day transparency policy. We'll send it back to you guys.
All right, Danielle, thank you. Now this.
I have no doubt in my mind that the reason these other 4 people are alive is because of his skill and his decision-making at a split second.
So that's the voice of the daughter of the pilot that was killed in that Scottsdale crash earlier this week. Joey Vitosky is the longtime pilot of rock star Vince Neil, who owns the plane that was involved in that accident. Vitosky's daughter says he flew helicopters in the Marines, then became a private pilot for 6 decades, flying high-profile individuals as well as medical patients. According to his daughter, at 78, she says her father was still mentally and physically fit.
You still have to go through all these, physicals and other things. They won't let you fly if you can't pass them. Well, he passed all those things with flying colors.
A second pilot was also on board the plane that crashed along with 2 passengers. 2 people were critically injured, and a third in another plane was also hurt. As for the plane's owner, Vince Neil, TMZ is reporting he was originally supposed to be on that flight, but decided instead to extend his birthday celebration in Florida. Turning now to new developments in the controversy surrounding the Liberty Elementary School District in the West Valley.
Well, the school board's president has now stepped down, and we have a letter here to the Maricopa County School Superintendent Shelley Boggs that Brian Parks addresses some of the issues. He says he is resigning after 3.5 years. Parks says, "My number one reason for the dedicated work has always been putting students first." But then later writes, due to the invasion of my personal privacy, including relentless attacks against myself, my family, and my business ventures, I must make the decision to step down. The Liberty Elementary School District is home to 7 schools across Buckeye, Goodyear, and Rainbow Valley, serving 5,000 students. A political action group made of Liberty parents and teachers says Parks' resignation is not enough, and they will continue to collect signatures to recall Chris Kenyon, the board's vice president.
Never again let anyone drive our teachers out, force their ideology on us and a culture of fear on our staff, because our kids are too dang important.
So we're still digging a little bit deeper in terms of what the allegations are against these two people. So in a statement to Fox 10, Kenyon says, "I am a strong supporter of teachers. However, the children must come first, and that can be upsetting to some. Keeping the protection and education of children should always be the focus." We'll keep you updated on that story throughout the morning.
In the meantime, parents in the Phoenix Elementary School District have another chance to share their thoughts on possible school closures. A public meeting will be held this evening at 5:15 at Hurd Elementary School. That's at 23rd Avenue in Thomas. Now, the district is facing declining enrollment and a projected $8 million budget shortfall next year. Now, two plans are being considered right now. The first one would mean closing Dunbar and Hurd Elementary. The second plan would cut preschool, before and after school programs, sports, and increasing student to teacher ratios.
An update on a hazmat situation. We first brought this story to you as breaking news yesterday morning.
Yeah, pretty wild story. A man is accused of intentionally crashing his car into a tanker truck in a suicide attempt, according to police. Now, this was the scene near 57th Avenue and Camelback Road yesterday. The tanker truck was carrying oxygen. There was no explosion, but a fire did break out. The driver survived, was taken into custody. In fact, if you can look at these images, you can see that car wedged. Look at the bottom left of your screen, kind of wedged right underneath of that tanker truck. Hazmat crews were called out to monitor the situation.
A woman and her dog are dead this morning after being pulled from a burning home in the West Valley. And here are some photographs here the Sun City Fire and Medical Department have now shared with us. 99th Avenue and Grand. Crews say the house was engulfed in flames when they arrived. The woman was rushed to the hospital and sadly did not survive. Here is a wider look here from Sky Fox. We're also told that a cat is missing. The victim has not been identified and a cause of the fire not known at this time.
Fox in space this morning. A potential asteroid collision has Arizona scientists on the front lines of a planetary defense.
So this is a football field size asteroid called 2024 YR4. It is being tracked by 4 telescopes, including the Lowell Observatory and Flagstaff. So at this point, NASA believes it has a 2.1% chance of colliding with Earth. And any potential collision would be in 2032. So, of course, we'll have to remind you in 2031 to be on the lookout for that. Any data from Lowell and other telescopes will help determine the risk and decide if action should be taken.
Now we're sort of in this transition where the telescopes like the Lowell Discovery Telescope, which is a 4-meter telescope, 16, 17 feet across, those are the only telescopes in the world that can see it. Not going to cause mass extinction events. It's not, the end of the dinosaurs like impact, but it would have significant regional consequences.
So the good news, scientists from the U of A and NAU, they were part of the DART mission in 2022, which flung a satellite into an asteroid to prove we can change the course of a space rock.
All right, time now 7:32. We do have a Fox 10 News alert for you. This is right in the middle portion of the town. This is Central and Bethany Home Road. A bad crash has shut down the intersection this morning, so we're working to get additional information for you. But you can see what looks like a Jeep there, pretty smashed up right in the middle of that intersection. Quite a lot of debris out there.
Oh, wow, look at that vehicle.
And then you've got that gray sedan right there. That's basically that church parking lot that is kind of on it would be the south east corner of the intersection there. And it looks like that is where that vehicle is smashed up. So it looks like some sort of T-bone situation. But again, busy intersection, especially this time of the morning right there at Central and Bethany Home Road. So you are going to want to avoid this area. Our photojournalists on the scene trying to gather some more information as far as if any injuries were associated with this crash this morning. Well, this is going to be the best story of the morning. It was the half-court shot heard all over Arizona. And this morning, we get to meet the incredible student behind the now viral video.
Yeah, viral here in Arizona and around the country. Dominique is live at Sandra O'Connor High School in North Phoenix. What a story this is, Dom. Good morning.
Oh my gosh, good morning, you guys. You know, you might hear about these types of stories time from time, but it's such a difference when it's in your own backyard. We're here at Sandra Day O'Connell High School this morning in one of their gyms where all the magic happened because of the superstar right next to me, Jackson, who made this half-court shot. Oh my gosh, and his mom, Deb, joining us as well. Let's just start from the beginning. For those who may have not seen the video, Deb, kind of explain a little bit what happened.
Well, Slim Chickens gave an opportunity for people to go and shoot a half-court shot for a gift card, right? $100 gift card. So Jackson was chosen as one of the three to try it out, and he tried a few times, didn't make it, and about the fifth time, it was, everybody said one more, because he was only supposed to get 3. But on the 5th one, he actually made it. So it was pretty amazing.
And Jackson, your face when you made that shot, what did you feel? What were you like?
I feel like I was in shock.
Right? Did the whole gym go crazy? What was the reaction?
The crowd went wild.
Yeah, had to be so exciting, right?
Yeah.
And Mom, you said, he's been practicing with the team. He'll come home to you talking about all the shots and things you made and that he's made. But until you see it for your own eyes, that's a whole different scenario.
Yeah. Sometimes if you say, oh, what'd you do today? Did you buy a car? Oh, yeah. So I don't know necessarily what is true and what is not. And so he comes home from basketball practice. I made a half-court shot. I'm like, okay, dude. But when I saw this in person, like at the halftime, like, okay, he's telling the truth. It actually does happen.
Jackson, have you always loved basketball?
Yes.
Yeah? It's something fun that you like to do and with your friends, everything else?
Yeah.
Yeah. You think you're going to make another half-court shot? Is that going to happen in the future?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, he sounds confident, you guys. All right. I think you might have a future, NBA All-Stars this weekend. Have they called you yet? Have you heard from the NBA yet?
No.
But that's on the way. We're confident for sure, you guys. And we were playing that video for you so you were able to see. Just so amazing. So what's this? I know he's a senior, right? So this is a big year, too, his last year in high school.
Yeah, that's very scary for me, right? Having a senior, and it's a big deal. He keeps talking about turning 18 and becoming an adult, and he wants to go to college. So we shall see what happens in the future.
Yeah, well, we are rooting for you, Jackson. Bright future ahead for you, buddy. Congratulations.
Thanks.
All right, you got to teach me a thing or two because I can't shoot. All right, so we'll be practicing next. Yeah. I need all the pointers.
What a great story. What a great young man.
Yeah. I love how he said the crowd went wild. That is true. They totally went wild. It's such a great video.
Oh my goodness. Tom, thank you. Great interview. What a young man. And being a senior in high school is, you parents know at home, it is no easy feat for mom. So she's handling it just well.